Hey Virgo, welcome back to Divinity Gems. Going to get your weekly out for July 30th through August. We all survived. It's just about changing and growing. That's all it's about, changing and growing into better people. So let us see what your energy for the up and coming week is going to be. So you and I spread as usual using the Crystal Visions Tarot today again, and then I'll pull that Black Moon astrology card. Overall astrology energy as well. Go ahead for my Taurus, my Virgos now. And bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. He's upright, so you are having the upper hand on whatever is going on in your world. Let's just see how that plays into the rest of your reading. The Cups is out first. This is a loss. She's sad. Emotionally, she's feeling a little hurt over a situation. But I mean, they're like, there's two. I thought there was three. There's two sparkly cups up there. There's three cups that have fallen in the water that she is saddened over. She's saddened over those. She's not seeing that there's hope up here for her. Cups of happiness are floating behind her. But she's looking and feeling saddened over those three that have fallen in the water. It's all about your perception. When the Seven of Wands card is out, it's all about the way you look at it. So she's looking at it, not seeing those sparkly cups up there. She's feeling the hurt and the loss over those cups in the water. Next card out is the Three of Pentacles. Sad feel to it still while my lip keeps poking out. It's still a sadness to the feel of your reading, Virgo. Start out with that loss, and then the Three of Pentacles. I always feel like a family loss or some type of foundation. So I always go back to the family, your roots, where the foundation is. There's something sad going on there, maybe a breakup for some of us, quite possibly family situation from our past. Feeling like those people in our immediate family, not so much, but how we grew up. So our parents, our foundations in that way have just not been there for us or let us down in some type of way. This could also be a relationship where there is some type of third party situation involved that split the two people into this woman going over here and building her pinnacles up outside of this foundation. Like she is just not want to be over there with him, and that's what it's looking like on this card. So she is building hers up, but she doesn't look happy about it either. So this is just, I'm feeling a sad situation transpired possibly over this moon or coming towards you this week. Just an emotional loss, and it's got you imbalanced. The Temperance card is in reverse. And represents extreme balance to me. And I'm looking at her cups, like she's got a cup and it's got water in it, and she's trying to put out the fire in the other cup. So there was something going on. There was an uproar that caused you to quite possibly have to fight with this Seven of Wands being on the bottom. But I felt like you had the upper hand the whole time. You're on a flying dragon. You got the upper hand at all these swords that are underneath you pointed at you. But it may not have felt like that because it was to people you had to cut down. There's three down there, quite possibly three people. And then you have the Three of Pentacles as well. So whatever this loss is definitely related here to this Three of Pentacles. The same number of loss is there. And the glory or the good stuff, the good emotions are left up there, but you can't see them right now. There's no balance. So you're just trying to put that fire out that you just looks like either you're going to have to this week, or you did over this weekend, have to put a fire out when it came to that situation, and that didn't feel good. It actually hurt. And you're feeling the loss from that and the split from this foundation here, the structural foundation. It feels like it's almost like a tower moment in the home, and it's falling down and forced you to turn your back on the foundation. You know, there's no balance there. Knight of Pentacles is in reverse as well. Upright, he's on his way to somebody. He's on his way to make something happen for himself, be it love related or endeavor related. He is on his way to make something happen and make it work, but he's in reverse. So just still at a standstill because there's no balance. And then with the still feeling the loss of this situation here where you had to quite possibly take action and cut some people down and cut some people off. And it just didn't feel good for you, Virgo. It didn't feel good at all. It made you feel like you just have no foundation to build a future with right now. So you're feeling imbalanced after putting that fire out. No movement, no movement. Definitely Ace of Cups is upside down. Emotions are just not where they need to be right now because you just had to fight your way through something. You've had to have a foundation changed and rocked. Something different had to be done. And it's necessary. It's necessary for you to grow. As I said, that's what it's all about. For you to grow and to get better as a person, this shakeup or this loss has to occur. What you cut off or whatever is represented by these 3 cups in your life had to be removed for a reason. This foundation had to be changed for a reason because it was not balanced. And all of this is happening so that this can change, so that there can be balance in this situation, so that there can be movement in this situation, so that your emotions can get right. Your goals, your dreams, your desires emotionally are upside down. There's no balance, there's no movement, and you're feeling very sad at the moment. So all of this situation coming about is for the change of that. 3 of Cups is out. So you need to get out and have some fun. You need to talk to some friends. You need to socialize. That's how you get through these moments. That's how you stop sitting here like this. This does nothing for a situation. As long as you sit here like this, you will remain imbalanced. You will not have any movement or progress on the situation because, this is necessary sometimes. You have to let it out. But after you do, then you got to cheer yourself back up. You have to go have some fun. You have to get back in good spirits again, because sitting there, woe is me, never does anything for anybody. That's the worst thing you can do at those moments. Once you release, and once you let that sorrow out, once you let that water out, you have to regroup and you have to go out and find some fun and some joy so that this feeling doesn't overtake you for so long. This is how people go into depression, just staring at the cup, It's not coming back. It's upside down. It's upside down. It's going to remain that way until you decide to do something differently to balance yourself back out again, to move that situation again. So like I said, good energy coming in changes those feelings from sad to happy. Go out with your friends, have fun, even if you don't want to, because look where their cups are. They're all looking into their cups, talking about their cups. And sometimes just talking about the situation with people, maybe they've gone through a situation like that too, and then you don't feel so alone, so isolated. Oh, this happened with you too. How did you get through it? What happened with it? And you see that person made it through the situation and they're back on top. So then your spirits rise and you are stronger to fight through it. You're stronger. Queen of Cups is in reverse. Feeling like this is definitely a love situation and a home foundational situation to some sort, because she's in reverse when it comes to love. She's just not looking at this moment for anybody to give a cup to. Because this whole thing, you just shut the door on it, Virgo. You're like, no, forget everything and forget everybody. And you're in just that sulking type of mood. When I see all these cups in reverse, you're in that, you're in this energy. Looking at that one cup, like, but I wanted that to be the one. I wanted this to be the one. But I wanted it to work out, and I wanted this relationship to be okay, and I wanted my family life to be happy and successful. You were only focused on this one, and you didn't, once again, not looking at the other 3 cups that are back there. This may not have been the best situation for you. This one that you were focused on is definitely imbalanced. It's definitely, this cup is upside down. So if this is the only cup, same cup, because it's got the flower. Got the flower at the bottom. Winner's flower is inside the cup, and she's focused only on that. But this is in reverse in your reading. So it's not the best course of action while you're still looking and dwelling on that. This is the loss right here, because you're only looking at that one cup and you haven't seen that there are other beautiful cups of offers behind you. Staying focused on this one thing has brought you a lot of sadness right now. Now you just don't even want to put anybody in the cup. Now it's not feeling good at all. And the 10 of Wands is out. This is burdensome energy, Virgo. burdensome to carry all that weight on your shoulders. You're carrying the weight of the world, everybody else's problems, and this knight in shining armor is in reverse. This is who you want to feel like without all these burdens attached to you and everybody else's loads that you are carrying. You would love to be the knight in shining armor, but you can't even be the knight in shining armor now because your cup is upside down. Your cup is upside down. You're focusing to me on somebody's cup, on something, but it's not the thing that's going to bring you happiness. It's not the thing that's bringing you joy. It's actually the thing that's making you sad. And something foundationally is being removed. But yeah, with no balance being there, there's a whole lot going on here, Virgo, this week for you behind this moon. Some clarifiers here. So this is the Six of Pentacles. This is about that even exchange of give and take. And I'm feeling like that wasn't going on emotionally for you. There was not an even exchange of give and take. There's no movement. There's loss here. There's not seeking love, no longer seeking love. There's quite possibly a breakdown of a foundational situation, so a breakup of a marriage of some sort. This is about the equal give and take. This is how you share happiness. I meet your needs, you meet my needs. There's my pentacles, here's my fruit. I'll share with you what I pick. Just the whole even exchange of give and take that I feel like was not happening here in this foundational situation. There was no even exchange of give and take. And here's the Nine of Wands as a clarifier as well. This is about just planning your next course of action a whole lot better. And right now, it's representing that guarded feeling to me in this. So while that Queen of Cups was in reverse, while you are not looking at this point to share your cup with anybody, you are very guarded at this time after what just transpired so that you don't get hurt again. And you don't want to get into that energy either, because if you are dwelling on the loss so much that you don't want to love again, that wasn't the point either. That wasn't the point either, to be afraid to love again because you will not want to be hurt again is not the point that this lesson is trying to teach you. Vision here. The Three of Wands is out. This is what you need, just to catch vision of and the light of what's in your own best interest and what's the next way to go for you, the next best thing to do after all this is said and done. It's definitely not to stay in our feelings and feel at loss. It's definitely not to put some walls up and become guarded so that we don't want to let love back in. This is the Two of Wands in reverse, which is our willpower, our desire to keep going through these circumstances. Yeah, I'm feeling like she's guarded. Normally I see strength in her, but I'm feeling like in this situation, she's guarded her heart at this point. She's got the lion watching her back. She's watching her front, and she's like, nobody will ever hurt me like that again. Well, you don't want to get to that energy so much, like I said, to where you can't love again after the foundation falls down. It's falling down again so that you can learn the healthy way to exchange. The healthy way love is unconditional giving and taking to make both parties' needs get met at that time. And whatever situation just came to completion for you, there was no equal give and take. It was very unbalanced, imbalanced. Mercury retrograde. It was imbalanced. There was no equal give and take. You were, or still are, carrying way more than your share on this situation. And that's why this foundation is falling apart. Though it seems like a loss, it is a necessary loss, like I said, because there was no movement, there was no balance. The emotions were all upside down. So don't take that as a reason to be guarded and your willpower just goes in reverse from trying to make anything happen for yourself. This is when you fight harder. This is when you fight harder to get to the desired results that you wanted. You fight harder because what you desired, I feel like, was pure. But it didn't work out that way, and it discouraged you. It was imbalanced. And so it's just about recognizing, like I said, that card in the beginning is recognizing which side that you're on at that moment. So you're on the flying dragon, you have the upper hand, but at any given moment you can change your perception. And now these arrows are directed at you and you're on the bottom. All about your perception. So you were seeing this as the event. You were seeing this as the know-all, tell-all, the only cup that you needed. That's all you were focused on. But That Cup's in reverse. It's in reverse, as well as the 10 of Cups is in reverse. This is your happiest wish fulfillment, everything coming true for you. And there's a family represented on this card for wish fulfillment. Just that was her wish fulfillment. But if it was something different for you, it was something different. I feel like this is probably pretty close to what was going on. The wish fulfillment of this happy life, happy home, even if it's by yourself, happy home life, the stability of that. But if it is with definitely the whole happy life with the mother and father and the child right there, what you desire was in reverse because you were focused on a foundation. Yeah, it's definitely about love. You were focused on a foundation that wasn't in your best interest. It wasn't stable, it wasn't balanced, and there was no equal give and take. No equal give and take. So don't guard your heart, Virgo, and just decide you don't want love anymore. That's not the point either. Love is still possible for you. And that desired wish fulfillment, though it didn't come about through that person, it's still out there to come about. So don't ever think that you have to turn your heart off and just guard it because of what happened to you in the past. Well, every time I try to step out there and love somebody, they don't give me back the desired outcome. That's not what it's about, because I see success coming for you as well. Look at those pentacles built all the way up to the top. She has built herself in this card, which is a good fitting card to come out at the end of this reading, the Nine of Pentacles. This is the desired outcome. This is building your comfortable surroundings that you want, getting your coins up, making your home life just happy, healthy, colorful, with the peacock being out there, just beautiful surroundings. That's what I see. Strength with that tiger there. And confidence as well in this whole card, embodying that energy. So I'm knowing that after this storm passes, after the battle is over, you're going to be successful going towards building up the foundation that you want again. And you're going to look for the equal give and take in that. You're not going to just keep your eyes focused on that cup. You're going to see, as you pull back, you see the broader picture. And you will pull back and see the broader picture and build up. With strength and confidence, she built her a new surroundings. So that foundation may have crumbled, and it may be time to step away from this foundation. And you see how she was sad and just, I guess I'll have to do it without you then. I'll just have to build up my pentacles over here. Look how far she's come on this picture. Now, that foundation needed to be taken away so that she can get to that point. Now we look at it a different way. We look at that loss as, and then we start to look up and we start to look around and we start to get over and we start to see those other cups back there. We start to get over it and we grow towards the things that we want, which is an equal, somebody that will equal and balance us in the give and take. We don't want anybody that's going to not carry that load. Because you're carrying your load and somebody else's load with that 10 of Wands. What you're going to bring in as a lover that wants an equal give and take, or at least a person, whether it was a love relationship or not, there's somebody you were attached to. You're going to bring in somebody that has that equal exchange of give and take for you to be happy in your surroundings. Pull another, well, that's too many. Let's pull another clarifier for my Virgos. Yeah. When the world comes out, it's a celebration. This is sitting on top of the world. You are trying to build your structure and your foundation up to your happiest possible desired outcome, which is going to make you feel like that at the end of the day. You just sitting on top of the world juggling butterflies. It ain't no thing at that point. Like, you've been through all the stress, you've been through all the worry, and then you get to this point. The foundation is broken, everything. You've been through the sadness of it all. Now it's time to rebuild, and you do rebuild, and you do rebuild successfully, Virgo. You do. It may not happen overnight, but it's a building process that you're going through. And yeah, the Empress is out. She's pregnant on this card because she's knowing that there's more to life. The joys of life, those type of miraculous experiences, the spiritual experiences are way better than trying to hold on to some forced experience. These are things that happen naturally and bring joy and beauty into our lives. The Empress is embodying the top of all energy. She is just whole and healthy and everything. So she brings in her wishes like nothing. She's the Empress. So what she desires, she can make happen for herself because of the way she knows to go about getting them. So it's all about change, not being afraid when change is necessary, because you know if you're a good person and you're going towards something, these are changes that's happening for the better. They're happening for the better. They're happening so that you can be sitting on top of the world later, building up your pinnacles to the sky in comfortable surroundings. So go out and hang out with some friends, Virgo. Get away from stressful situations this week. If there's some people around you that are just negative, the foundation that you are around, so your home environment, if there's some negative people in your home that you need to just avoid and stay away from this week, do so. Go out with your friends and enjoy yourself so that you're not around that negative energy, so that you don't keep in that energy pattern, and you can continue moving forward with what you have to do to bring your happiness back to yourself, which it seems to me is definitely home related and about you just building a new foundation for yourself successfully without it being just all on your shoulders. Nobody is taking from you. You know, it's an equal give and take at that moment. So I'm feeling like that's coming towards you next. This is your Black Moon Astrology card. Let's pull this for my Virgos and wrap this overall reading up for the week of July 30th through August 5th. And the Virgos. In there somewhere. Let's see what the right card is for you guys. So I want the right card for my Virgo energy. I'll use this one. Eating it. 11th house. Friends. Isn't that card that was out there chilling with your peoples? That I know is the corresponding tarot card. I lost it somewhere. Do you remember that card? It was about going out with your friends and having fun through this situation. I lost it somewhere with that. We're going to read the overall. That's what it was about, that card with the 3 friends and just going out and having fun. On the 11th house, there's 3 people here as well. These glossy cards. But there's 3 people there. There's one over there, one over there, one over there. When I first stared at this card, I saw a little threesome situation. Then I also saw a third party situation where I see one person left in the shadows and the other person pulling this other person into a love situation. These cards. But when I see it come out for you on this particular reading, I know it's that you need to get out and socialize with some friends during this transition period for you. When your foundations are changing over, your home situations, and you need to move or stuff like that, you just need to rely upon friends. If you are moving, you definitely need to call some friends to help you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's what friends are there for. Nobody can do it by themselves at those moments. So if you need to call a friend to help you move or change some things, or just to get you out of the house so that you're not sitting there sulking, feeling sad, that's the type of energy I felt anyway during your reading. Let's see how this plays out on your astrology card. 127 for friends. Quote, don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. That's an anonymous quote. That's how I feel, like the even give and take, the even exchange. Like, look, I was in this situation trying not to be better than you or act like I'm better than you. But I didn't want you to be running around acting like you were better than me either. But if we are helping each other, if there's an equal give and take right here, then that's what I call a friendship. I help you, you help me. We are there for each other. That's a friendship. But it's about recognizing what true friends are, or maybe us becoming a better friend to somebody else. Okay, get this card in brief. Friendships, friends of all kinds, allies, alliances, social contacts, organizations and clubs, gatherings, dreams, hopes and aspirations, destiny, compassionate acceptance, the place where we discover we are not alone, being different, individual, one of a kind, foreigners, other cultures. Birds are so serious out there right now. Other cultures, people with a different ethnicity or background, tribal connections, suffering from rejections or banishments from the tribe, traveling to foreign lands, entering a new field, misfits, artists, stepchildren, children who are also our friends, technology, connecting through electronics, going with the flow, trusting in the flow, as well as in your own wild and unique self. And of course, finding card was the Three of Cups, like I said. So socializing, knowing what real friendship is, and being a true friend is all embodied in this card. And I'm feeling like that's why a certain foundation had to fall down, because there were some people who did not know the true definition of friendship. And so that's going to come to you as well, Virgo, across these weeks as Mercury is in retrograde. Just maybe past relationships you'll notice come back up. Not always romantic relationships. We're talking about friendships. We're talking about the way you dealt with others and the way others dealt with you. So your friends, your family, your coworkers, your children, anybody in your life that you can form a relationship with, which is anybody that comes into your life. It's about knowing what real and true friendship is, that even give and take, like I said, it not being one-sided where one person is carrying all the load and the other person gets off just using up that person's goodness. That type of energy is reevaluating during this Mercury retrograde to me what true friendship is, the type of friendships and the type of relationships you want to have in your life, who you want in your life, definitely, and who you will allow to be around you, and what personality types you will allow to continue to be around you. With the lesson that you just learned coming out of this situation, how do you want to use that? What did you learn from it, and how are you going to take that into your future to make you a better person and function better as a person in your everyday life, definitely in your home and living environment? So it's all about the friends going to be this week, who you talk to, who you socialize with. Is there an equal give and take and exchange? Just think about those things. Why are you friends with these people? And if they serve you no purpose in your life, if they were more burdensome for you than they were helpful for you or healthy for your life, then it's time for those people to get away from you. It really is, because you deserve more people in your life that give you good feelings and help you grow than you want to be somebody that you are constantly going to have to keep carrying their load. That's not a friend. That's not a friend. And you're feeling like you're being a friend because you're being there for that person. But after a while, you're being a better friend to show that person that it's time for them to be there for themselves. And if that person is you, it's time for you to rely on yourself more and less on other people. Okay? That is your reading, I feel, Virgo, for the week coming up. Let me know how that resonated with you. Please like and subscribe if you have not done so already. I'll put the info in the description box below. Until next time.